Hey guys, welcome back. This is Storm, and this is episode 128 of my single-player Tiveden world. Hope you guys are going awesomely well. So the natives are trying to take over this dig site, it looks like. I'm under attack. Whoa, was that suicide or what? So, yeah, they're making some good progress around here. I've got a lot of the stone now replaced with dirt and coarse dirt. Really happy the way that's starting to make this dig site look. I think it looks pretty nice. And the vines are growing a little bit more now, and that's adding some nice color and contrast. So pretty happy the way this area is turning out. Let's jump down. I want to show you guys some other things I've been working on around here. So first of all, I've got a path system now. So it's not complete. You've got the general shape and outline for it. So I was originally going to build a minecart track to come down here, but then I thought it'd be more interesting just to build some kind of path design. So this is going to wrap around this entire dig site, spiraling all the way to the surface. I think that would be a nice look, although it's going to take a lot of time to complete. And yeah, I've made this kind of centralized entrance area to this dig, where we've got the skeleton exposed. Need to work on this entranceway a little bit more, but you get the general idea. I think it's going to look nice, and you can see with the walls I've got the coarse dirt, and I've just started to experiment with granite as well. I've got some polished granite around here as well. I think that looks good. Hey, there's a skeleton in there. I'll just come back this way. You can tell I need to put more lighting around here. So you can tell there's a lot of more work to be done on the paths, but that's okay. Don't mind the challenge. This section here is probably more complete compared to the rest of the paths. Just wanted to try out what it would look like when something is pretty much done. I think I've got a nice mixture of the blocks. I do like the coarse dirt on the ground here. I think that's a nice touch. And putting in these grass blocks on the dirt is just a nice way to bring in some green to balance off the brown. I think that looks good. I've got some hidden lighting every now and then, so back there's a light source. Just mainly for looks, and I've gone for the good old glowstone and the trapdoor trick to try and hide a lot of the lighting. I will have some visible torches, but that's okay. I don't think I can avoid that. Won't be mob proof either. I'm not going to check all the light levels, but I think it'll work out okay. And I do like this look. Every now and then I've got an exposed area where you could come out and check out the overall construction area, and yeah, just pick out every now and then to see what's going on. I think that's all looking good. So I'm going to continue working on these paths, and hopefully we can make some decent progress. So what you're seeing in front of you now is quite a few hours of work put into this project. I've spent a lot of time getting the details right, and I'm really happy with the result. You can see I've probably put in a little bit more of the granite than I had when you first saw the paths. But all the paths are done. This whole middle bottom bit down here is all done. And I've put in some support structures now for the skeleton as well. I saw some comments on the last video about this thing looking like it was floating. So I tried to make a varying floor, having the skeleton look like it's half buried into the ground. And then also I thought putting a little bit of support so it doesn't look like this thing is just going to collapse. Because it is ancient, who knows how old this particular skeleton is. So I'm really happy how that has turned out. So a lot of good detail in here. Probably one of my more detailed areas in my world right now anyway. And yeah, I think the results speak for themselves. The next thing that I wanted to do was think about an elevator design for down here. There was a good comment and this suggestion about putting in an elevator to access this thing to quickly go up and down. That's something that I think I will look into. Maybe I'll have it over here somewhere because there is a nice spot up on the surface next to basically this opening up here where it would be pretty easy to put in some kind of elevator and maybe build a structure over the top. It's raining, of course. And yeah, so right around here on this grass bit, maybe this would be a nice spot to have some kind of building. Could mark out this area a little bit nicer as well and put in some kind of elevator. So that's something I'm going to think about. So I was thinking more about this elevator design that we'll probably go with. And we've already got an elevator in our world, so why don't we leverage this same kind of design, I think. This should work alright. Let's see if I can find my way into my own contraption. So right by our cactus farm we have this elevator system. So this is going to take us down to the bottom. Works very well and it's a pretty simple build, just using the flying slime block kind of mechanics. Build an elevator design. I'll just jump down. I should be able to survive this, right? Yep. Phew. So yeah, I was just gonna think about how we could incorporate something like this into our excavation sites. Maybe this is a nice way to incorporate an elevator. And just before I start the construction process, I thought I would show you guys this elevator in a creative world, so it's quite easy to see the redstone and how it's going to work. So pretty simple, you go in, you press a button and off you go. So all it is a couple of slime blocks. So there's, what is that, 2, there's 4, there's 6 slime blocks, a couple of observers, a couple of sticky pistons, and you're good to go. All this is sending as a block update to this observer, so that's going to start the flying motion. And if I just press this button in here, it will start flying. So the player can just be on the middle, and then you start going up. And then there's a obsidian block up the top here, just to stop the flying machine going all the way up to build height. And all I've got here is just the button designed to give another block update to the observer on the other side, and that will send this particular elevator design going back downwards. So very simple, very easy to build, and I think this could look good by the excavation site. So I've marked out where I think I should have the elevator in this excavation area. I think it's a nice kind of centralized location. It's pretty close to where I was actually thinking of having it, and this takes us right to the middle spot of that green patch next to the entrance. So I think this will work well for us. We can just jump down like that, or we can walk around to easily access this elevator. So I've just got to clear out a bit of land here to make room for this flying contraption. It is using slime blocks, so I do have to dig out a few blocks to make sure it doesn't stick to everything. So let me dig this out and then we can build the actual contraption. So we have ourselves a hole for this contraption now. It's 3 blocks wide and 4 blocks deep. This should be big enough for the construction. So let's head on down. We should survive. Perfect. Oh, just. And there's a slime down here somewhere, but hopefully they don't bother us. Okay, so let's get rid of these ladders. I don't think I need them anymore. We're going to put down a button on this block. So this is where we're going to activate this contraption to fly away. So that should be all good. We won't need these buttons anymore. Let's grab ourselves some stone bricks. So I'll need to send some redstone signal down. So this is what's going to toggle this thing on and off. So let's do... Yeah, this should work, right? Yeah, I think this is... I'm trying to remember myself how to build this thing. So, okay, here we go. So this is where we need to send the redstone. This is going to be controlled by this button. So press the button, that will send the signal down. I'm going to put an observer over the top of this particular redstone. There we go. So redstone can still travel down through this gap, and when this gets powered, it's going to be detected by this detector rail. Or not detector rail, but detector. Okay, so that should be all good. All we need now is a sticky piston. And then I need 2 bits of slime blocks. So that should be all good. And then on this part, this is going to be basically the floor of the elevator, so that's going to send us upwards. Now I have to send things going downwards, so this is where I need to put down some more contraptions. So we're going to have the opposite direction here, so there's a detector on the top of this block. And this is going to go down into a sticky piston. 2 more blocks like that. Now I have to get out of here somehow, so for now let's just use the ladders. Just need to get up top here. Okay, all good. Now let's just put down another... How many slime blocks do we need actually? Let's go 1 more, because I want to put a roof on this elevator, so it'll be something like that. In fact, we can go up 1 more. That slime sounds like it's really close, so hopefully they don't bother us. Something like that. Now this should be flyable, this should work, but I don't want to test it just yet, because I haven't got a block above us, so I do want to stop this from going to build height, and I need to stop this from going down and to tunnel into the bottom of the ground. So let's put down some obsidian. So we'll put a block right here to stop it when it comes downwards. Now I need to stop it when it goes upwards, so let's grab our supplies and head up to the surface here. Hopefully I don't kill myself. Yeah, let's try it out. Have to do a soft landing, unfortunately. I like to come in hot sometimes. Whoa, where am I? Jeez, I flew pretty far just then. So, didn't mean to come this far actually. So let's come on back this direction and let's put down this obsidian. So where are we going to put this thing? So, okay, this is where we're going to have to stand. When the contraption is working, you should put the player right here. And that means this is where we're going to have the slime block. That's fine. And... this is where we need the obsidian then, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, so let's go up a couple of blocks here. Something like this. And this should be high enough. So I want to send this up 3 blocks. Because this is the height of the elevator now by... yeah, basically. I think this should work. Now, I probably will die maybe if I fall down there and I don't have any more food on me. So let's take the stairs. So you haven't seen this in slow motion anyway. So I've only sped through going through these tunnels, these paths. You can check them out as they're on the way down. I think it looks very nice. And you can see this is where the elevator is going to come past on this level. Looks good. I did actually stumble across a nice kind of entrance area to an actual mine shaft, so I left that kind of exposed here. There is a mine shaft in there. It is fully explored, so there's nothing really in there to steal or take away, but it's nice to expose it every now and then, and you can see it for decoration purposes. Okay, so here we go. Let's test this thing out. With low health, I'll die if I fall, but we'll give it a go. So we are flying. Let's see how we can get up to the surface here. Should be... there's the first level. Escaped that one, that's okay. Now, are we going to stop at the right height? No. Okay, I have to bring it up 1 extra height. That's 1 extra block. That's not too bad, though. Well, this was the source of the problem why we didn't go all the way up to the obsidian. We were down 1 extra block. But I don't know how this could be possible. I don't remember putting a slab directly on top of these slime blocks. So, yes, something strange happened there. Anyway, to send us back down, I just got to send another block update. So for now, I can just do this. That should send it back down. So all is good. In fact, why do I have this block here as well? In fact, let's get rid of that. Make sure there's just the obsidian there. I don't want any surprises. So I'm just trying this elevator again to make sure it works fully functional before I go and conceal everything and make it all nice and pretty. Ah, see, it worked perfectly that time. Yeah, not sure how I got that slab there. Anyway, lessons learnt. So now I'm just going to put down the redstone to be able to send this contraption downwards. So we'll just run some redstone along here, come up to this height, and then, in fact, I don't need this block anymore, do I? Actually, what we need to do, let's get rid of that. We'll put down a normal piston. So when this arm extends, it will send a block update. Now I have to send power into this block, so to do that, I'm going to have to do this. Now that should work. Fingers crossed. Let's press the button and see what happens. Okay, so it looks good. Down it goes. So the elevator is fully working, which is fantastic. And I've started to make a few more changes up the top here, trying to blend in this elevator. I'm not sure if it's going to be a house or it's just going to be some kind of building or some kind of structure over the top of this elevator. Right now it's just a bit of a skeleton structure at the moment. Probably make it 2 stories, but for now it's just as it is. A lot more detailing I can do, but for now it's the very basics. And I've also put this little gate thing at the entrance to this pathway that goes down. I like it. It's like some kind of basic kind of structure, but it's does the purpose. I think it looks good. So yeah, this is all the kind of finer detail stuff that I'm not going to do now. I'll probably bored you guys to death with this project. I spent, again, too much time on this, but I think the results have paid off. So yeah, hopefully you guys like it. So changing gears here for a second, I wanted to work on this bridge design. So this is the other pit we have in our world. I guess the other one's much bigger in scale compared to this one. I remember this one took a long time to do. So you can imagine how long the other one has taken. So this crossing here, it's only 2 blocks wide and it doesn't quite fit. This part here is 3 blocks. This part is 2 blocks. Down here is all varying kind of widths. So I do have a mixture of path widths here, but just this section here, just the 2 blocks width just doesn't sit well with me. I think I have to bring it over, make it 3 blocks wide and basically remove this row right along here and make that part of the actual bridge itself. So yeah, I think we're going to do that. Just see what that looks like. You know, it's funny since starting working on this area, how much I want to change the walls here because it's all stone. I don't know, I've started to think that dirt looks really good in these kind of designs, so that's something I might think about. Don't worry, I won't do it in this episode, but yeah, it has crossed my mind. Okay, so let's think about this. I want to put in some of these iron bars as well. So let's go, can I put one there? That looks weird. Why does that look weird? It's probably because this is a slab. Let's get rid of this guy, then put down a full block. Yep, that's much better. So I can definitely tell already that this width is definitely the right width for this kind of bridge. Okay, so now we have to bring this down. So let's go across there. Now, this one, what we could do... In fact, that's not too bad, actually. In fact, let's put a full block right... not going to put a full block. I was wondering, should I put one there? Let's make it dangerous. Let's make it so that I could fall. So that's not too bad. Then I have to have a slab over here. Let's do it like this, maybe. Yep, that's probably okay. Then this will come up a block. Go here. Then let's put another one of these mossies. So how does that look? Does that look better or worse? Not exactly sure which way it looks, but I think I can get rid of... In fact, let's leave that. I wanted to see what it would look like if I had a little bit of a border like I have over here, so let's repeat that on this side. It has to be at this height, okay. No worries, as long as I don't have them exactly even. So let's do 2 over here like this. Go the fences, need torches. It's funny, when you build with something as simple like this, you can easily make mistakes. Well, I can easily make mistakes. And you find that you having to redo it all again, but that's okay. What do we think? It looks pretty wide now. Does it look too wide though? That's the question. You guys will have to be the judge. You'll have to let me know. Did I just mess this up or did I make the right decision? You'll have to, yeah, just post a comment and let me know. So I want to keep continuing with this path going in this direction down to this other end of the island, just venturing in that direction. We won't get all there in this episode, but just to start of it, because I think it's good to start to expand in this direction. And I was thinking that we've got this little opening here. This is just a little cave that was here when the world was generated. We could probably turn this into a river. I think that could look good, having this flow out down this direction. Then maybe come down here, just chop down some trees, meet with this water source that's down here, then head out to the ocean down that way. So I think that could be pretty cool. We could build like a little waterfall just here. So a few options available to us, I think, as we start to expand this pathway in this direction. So what I'm going to do is just continue with this path design. You've seen me do this kind of build before. So just just go a little bit spamish with the blocks, just different building materials, just to try different things. And a lot of cracked stone brick. I like this look. And I will use a bit of andesite as well. So something like this. Don't want to go too wide. That's the key thing, I think. Because when you go really wide, then it starts to look a little bit strange. So probably won't use those blocks. That'll be as wide as we go. Then the path will need to continue going in this direction. Oops. Yeah, let's get rid of that one. Let's put mossy down here and here. Then we'll go some good old cobblestone. And then we're pretty much done. So something like that. This is going to be the path that will keep going in this direction. Now for this part here where we're going to have this water stream slash river, what could we do? So maybe we make this a little bit wider. Should we make it deeper? That's the question. Well, I can't have it running at this height because it'd be at the same level as the path, so I have to get rid of these blocks at the very least. So let's do that. Let's get rid of some of these. Maybe not all of them, but some of them. Let's see what it looks like. So let's leave a couple on the edge. So it could flow down there. Let's see what that looks like. How does this kind of dimension appear? It's not too bad. Get rid of a couple here. So this stream is going to flow down this direction, and then we want it to turn and go down that way, I think. Because this would be a nice look, I think. As we're walking along here with the path, you see the river flowing down that direction, maybe over a little waterfall, diagonal waterfall just here. That could be a pretty cool look. So let's put down a bit of dirt, because we need a barrier over this side. How close do we want to get with the water? Maybe we can have the water touch the path, or not. Maybe just one block. Alright, let's get rid of it. There we go. So it's never going to touch the path. So we'll make it bend around this direction. Let's get rid of the torch. It'll be something like this. And yeah, that probably looks just about right, I think. And then the river would just flow down on a diagonal that direction. Now we should have some more dirt or some grass. So let's think how we want it to flow down here. There may be something like this. I can bend around and flow in that direction. Let's fill in these. Where's it going to go? So the river's going to flow and then come on a diagonal. So why don't we do this? Something like that. Should look okay. Am I... Uh-oh, what happened? I was stuck though, but we managed to escape. So, time for some water, and I think we should be good to go. In fact, can I pick up these blocks now? I just did offload a few things because I had my inventory full. It's always the dilemma on this game. So, alright, so let's give this a go. I'm just going to put the water... Let's start it from this height for now. Then we'll just work our way down. So this is going to be pretty much still water, I think, because it's just going to be too far of a distance to have it flowing. So let's just put water on the sides here. In fact, where is this flowing now? Okay, so let's just keep going. Pretty easy to fill an area like this. All we really need to do is just keep putting it in the corners and it should naturally fill. Just by the way the game works. Pretty easy to do. Okay, we're getting there. Now it's about around here that we should be making the water flow. So let's check this out. What does this look like? If I put water there. Yeah, that looks okay. Does that look natural though? That's the question. It definitely looks like it's flowing downwards, which is great. And how does that look? In fact, that doesn't look too bad. I'm pretty happy the way that looks. Sure, we could do a little bit more terraforming. But you get the general idea. It's going to come down and meet with this water. And yeah, we could probably even add a bit more details around for this waterfall. So I think this river is looking pretty good now. I've extended the water back further into this mountain. And there's more work to be done back there, but for now we'll leave it like that. I did have an idea though to add in some flowers around here. But I didn't want it just on grass. I thought it'd be pretty cool to have it on farmland. So the only way we're going to do that is if we have water-soaked plants, or soil basically. So I need to hydrate this soil, and the easiest way to do that I know of is to do this, just hide water within the mountain so it's a little bit concealed. You didn't know that it's there. This should help with reducing mob spawns because mobs won't spawn on this farmland. And then what we could do is plant bunch of these tulips. So this is something that you can do. You can plant flowers on the farmland. And I'm thinking of covering this entire area with just these colours. Only because I've got these in abundance, but I could use the other colours, but I think it would be pretty cool to just stick with something that's pretty uniform. Something like that. Now if we want to be really fancy, I think we could mix in some stone kind of variants along the shoreline here, just to add a little bit more detail. Perfect. So let's take a look. Let's see how this is going to compare. You can see I've extended the flowers pretty much the top to the mountain there. And now with these stones and variants, I've got a button there. I'm not sure if I like that look. I gave it a go. I know some people like to think the buttons look like pebbles, but it's too small for me. So something like that, what does that look like? And we can probably mix in some of these green shrubs back up into the mountain as well. So that most of them, so the majority here will be still flowers, but having a little bit of the greenery from the leaf blocks could also look pretty good. Yeah, maybe. You'll have to let me know. So I think I'm going to leave the video here. You can see a bit more detail to come. I'll probably work on this in between episodes and expect some more changes in the next one. Thanks guys, and I'll see you guys again soon. Cheers.